names with you, and if you
Okay.
could just give us like a couple words about him.
Okay.
Emmanuel Muhammad.
Emmanuel, Uncle Emmanuel. He is the sweetest, lovable person. He's the father of Rakaya and Fatima and Badar, and what's the other little one's name? I forgot. But he lived on the corner, right across from Waradin Muhammad. He was the oldest, I think, the oldest son of Dayam Elijah Muhammad. You know, a thin guy. Him and my father were very tight. Um, Brother Emmanuel he's just a lovable father. He's just a good person. I have missed him for many years, and I think of him often. He's just a genuine family man, good man.
Ethel Muhammad.
Oh, gosh. Ethel Muhammad is like the queen bee. She was the beautifulest, dark complexion, beautiful features. She was, oh my God, she was the dean. No, that wasn't it. She was the supreme of all female captains. Her daughter Zanab, her son Hassan. Oh my goodness. Her daughter Clara Marie, her daughter Sharon. I know them all. She was on the cover of the Sepia magazine in Chicago and showing the whole Muslim family because she was the lead head supreme captain of all women all over the nation. Beautiful. She cooks so well and so good. I've had good food. She was a leader. She was an anarch. If I had to name any Amazon women in the world, she would be it. My captain, my supreme. I love her dearly. She talked to my mother many times and my dad. I felt like I was family to her. And today, I still talk to Zanab and Hassan, you know, and we still have that family connection. We still communicate together.
Beautiful. Lottie Muhammad.
If I had to name a woman to be like any other woman in the street, you remember Mae West? You don't remember Mae West, do you?
No.
Oh, snap. Mae West is one of the biggest comedians.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Come to see me sometime, big boy. Yeah. Is that a 10-gallon hat? Or are you just happy to see me? Her waistline was small like that, and just like Mae West, she had a beautiful figure. Her Muslim name turned out to be Sister Raya. She is the mother of Halima, Wali Muhammad, and Aisha, and Amir. And I know them all. We all like family. Her daughters graduated high school together with me. Aisha was just Aisha lives in Atlanta now, and it's just wonderful. And Wali, unfortunately, Wali Muhammad is the one passed away. He was called the communicator. He got on the radio and he would do announcements for the radio. He was really outgoing. And Wali is the one that literally introduced me to Cassius Clay. He was the one that actually literally introduced me to Cassius Clay. And he was my prom date at my prom. This is when the Elijah Muhammad let the sisters sit in front of a boy and eat dinner for the first time. But he wasn't really a boy. He was somebody I grew up with, so it wasn't the same thing. But Wali Muhammad is the son of Sister Raya, aka Sister Lottie Muhammad. She was the dean of girls in the school.
Nathaniel
was, I would always see him when he would come in town every once in a while. He was minister in I think Cleveland, Ohio. But he was in Kansas City or something. He always called me on the phone, check on me to see how I'm doing and everything. His sons were Nathaniel's, Samira, Salima, and many, many others. And I miss him very much. He was a very good man too.
Jabir.
Okay, Jabir Lycan, aka Herbert Muhammad,
Herbert Muhammad,
who was the manager of
your husband,
Muhammad Ali. He represented Ali. Matter of fact, by him representing Ali, it kept the gangsters off of Ali. Actually, it was really good protection that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had him to be his manager. He was a person who he was a bad influence for Muhammad Ali in one way, but a good influence for Muhammad Ali in another. That's a whole book by itself. Okay. He wasn't the loyalist man in the world. No, I can't put that on him. But he was a kind person. He was just kind.
Elijah Muhammad Jr.
Elijah Muhammad Jr. Well, we used to call him E2. That was the guy who was part of the security who I would give guns to if I saw somebody come in the mosque or a place of a speaking engagement, like mostly at the Coliseum in Chicago, the Armory. I've went with him many times to his home in Mississippi, and I kept in touch with him until he passed away. And that was just recent. And that was a good man. I even said, why don't you marry me? And he says, I can't marry you. You was married to the greatest. And he always said that. He would always say that to that in my face. I would have loved been married to him. But then I said maybe I should never marry in the Muslim family because we grew up together. We're too much like family. So that would have never happened. He was a wonderful man.
Wallace D. Muhammad.
That is my true hero. By him upgrading al-Islam to the highest extent. He was a leader like his father, but a true leader, a loyal leader. I used to thought he was Zorro, to be honest with you. He used to wear this thin mustache, and I used to see Zorro with this thin mustache, but he had a mask on his face. And I said, Uncle Wallace is Zorro. He's trying to save the people, and he actually literally did. So I used to call him Zorro, and that was a good man. His wife was very supportive of him. He taught me the proper way of Ramadan for the first time. Him and his family taught me the correct way of Ramadan. And we had to upgrade the religion to the right level, right? So he was the one that taught us to say prayers in Arabic and how to proceed properly in the Ramadan true position.
Got it.
And I loved him with the bottom of my heart. And he was just, sometimes I still cry that he's gone. And I see him on the Facebook teaching, and it was, I never wanted to miss any of his speaking because he speaks. And I mean, I was sitting next to a woman, and a Caucasian woman, and she heard him speak and she became Muslim.
Wow.
And that like I like, wow, this is the impact that I like to see Islam go.
Wow.
And this is, and she looked at me and she said, "You know him?" And she said, "Yes." And that woman is such a good Muslim woman, and she is just the things that he said and the way he said it, it just impacts so many foreigners. Um, and I already knew that there are Muslims in every race because it's for all mankind. And I was just touched by him. Matter of fact, I'm going to say he is first and foremost my favorite out of all of them. My favorite.
Akbar.
Yay. Akbar, what amazes me about Akbar, that I loved him most, is that he went on and got education from afar, and he can speak that language better than the people in the Middle East.
Mm.
And a matter of fact, I love languages. Even before I met him, but when I saw him, I knew that I could learn more languages as well. And Akbar, I never had that much contact with Akbar, but he would always smile at me and say, "You're a beautiful sister," and it's just amazing. He was the quiet one.
Okay.